Alright folks, welcome to another beer review, and I think this is about the fourth or fifth year, not in a row, I don't think consecutively, that I've reviewed this beer, but it's Chubbles. It's nice to have a beer that's actually named after me, and yeah, obviously Cloudwater collaboration with the Vale, a long-standing friendship collaboration, and it's always a banger. I've not always had the different variants, because they sometimes bring out different versions as well as the main one. And I think sometimes they'll bring out, or they'll have available, the Vale brewed version. I could be completely wrong about that. I don't know. I'm just very good at drinking it, not very good at research. And I'd forgotten that it's a 10% ABV beer. So coming off a heavy weekend of family coming up, so we can go to a wake and only a few days recovery. Not probably the best option, but I was in the mood for a beer today. Don't feel as bad. Still not passing completely solid, but we'll cross that road. We'll cross that bridge. We'll get there, don't worry. And I just proper felt like having this, because every time I open my little fridge and it stood there, I'm like, I need to open you. So we'll learn from our past mistakes and not fill it up too far, even though that's still filled up too far, so I can get a whiff of it. And I'm going to be terrible at comparing this to previous year's versions, so I'm not really going to attempt. But I don't know why. Almost looks like a little bit darker than previous years. I mean, you can smell it from here, man. My God. And it's a good whiff. I could be completely wrong. Maybe I'm just so used to every hazy IPA looking like it's nuclear. Like luminous. When your beer looks like a light source. Do you know what I mean? But, yeah. So my hair's pissing me off, so I've opted for this utter wanky, completely doesn't suit you because you're too big hairstyle. But you know what? I'm looking a bit more like a hillbilly and the fat one from Blossoms. Even though there isn't a fat one, because they're all like really skinny, handsome men. Very fucking annoying. Although, is it Tom Hodgson, the singer? Cool as fuck. He's like a more pleasant yet equally cool version of Alex Turner. Anyway, I always seem to go on about men, don't I? But it's problematic if you start, talking about women who you find attractive. Anyway, just ignore that. That was a really shit attempt at a joke. But at least Nigel Farage had a pint poured over his head today, so that's a bit of a victory. Let's not talk about the election. Anyway, beer looks fantastic though, even though it's not as luminous as I remember it being. But again, it's probably always looked like this. I'm not sure if they alter the recipe year on year. They try something new. I think that's why they do the different sort of versions of it. And my arm clicked twice. Maybe these are my final years. Here's to hoping. I'm joking. Shouldn't really say that a few days after coming home from a wake, but it is what it is. If you've not got dark humour, then you're just going to drive yourself absolutely into the depths of despair. So, and it's not always good to have jokes like that, especially depending on the company in which you're surrounded in. Anyway, I come from a bit of a messed up family. And God, we've spent 5 minutes nearly just talking. So let's see what we get on the nose. It's had a little bit of time to breathe in the glass. Oh man, that smells wonderful. Do you know what it's smelling like? And I've not had this for a hell of a long time. And I used to be quite partial, but they're so expensive. He says after paying between 8 to 10 quid on one beer. It smells like a very specific flavour of innocent smoothie. Like, I know that sort of like description comes out a lot, but this genuinely smells like a fruit-filled smoothie. I mean, you get that slight greenness from the hop, and I don't mean like green as in it's too fresh. I mean green like, you know, green, it's vegetative, it's a plant, isn't it? Is it a plant? Is it? What is it? What is an actual hop on like the... Obviously, we know what it is because it adds flavour and aroma to beer, and it's got some medicinal things. But is it like a herb? Is it a plant? I should know that, considering I've had a beer review channel since, God, around 2011. Jesus Christ. I have absolutely done fuck. I mean, I can't even put the words correct in a sentence. I've done absolutely fuck all and achieved fuck all since 2011. Anyway, but that smells really, really nice. You get peach, you get mango, you get lemon, you get grapefruit, you get pineapple, you get the brine from a mixed fruit salad that you'd have with ice cream. You're getting all the fruits. But do you know what? 10% ABV. I think that fruitiness masks it completely. That just smells. Maybe because I've not really had many aggressively hopped, you know, hoppy beers for a while. I did buy a few, but when I had family up, we ran out of beer. So do you know what? I'm really starting to appreciate sharing good beer. Even though we were all pissed. And there was one can left by a family member of like a Cloudwater and French brewery collaboration. Couple of sips. And I was very tempted the following day, hungover as hell, cleaning up the place just to drink it. And I should have, and it would have probably, you know, perked me up a little bit. I've not felt as rough. And I don't think we really drank that much, although we were drinking from like 1 o'clock until 2 o'clock in the evening. They were all like hitting the whiskey, the rum. Mate, if I would have started drinking stuff like that after a full day of lager, although I did have a couple of pints of Bowland, where we went to though, so expensive for a pint. If you're going to celebrate the life of a loved one, yeah, it's great to have a beautiful venue, but just go to your nearest like social club, Labour club, Conservative club. Just get the beers in and have it in your house. Do you know what I mean? Ridiculous how much money was spent, and ridiculous how much we got charged and got kind of ripped off. They took the food away. And they have the sausage rolls. I tell you what, I'm not usually a big fan of like the proper chunky sausage rolls, but bugger me dead, they were fantastic. I only had one with the intention of, after having a few more pints, absorb it, a few sausage rolls, then go up to the pub for moderately priced pints. But, you know, it was nice to have everyone there, so I can't complain. And, you know, you can't take it with you. Do you know what I mean? And memories, this is bullshit, by the way. Memories mean so much more than money. No, they don't. Money is great. But anyway, this beer smells great. We need more hoppy candles. We need more brewery candle maker collaborations. I know Sierra Nevada did one. Imagine that. That would be nice. Anyway, I've been talking for way too long. Let's give it a taste. Cheers, everyone. I've not had a triple IPA for ages. And I'm probably enjoying this a lot more than I already am because I've not had a triple IPA for ages. But this is wonderful. Complete change in flavour. Lovely drop, lovely drop. Complete change of flavour between that first, like, taste at the front of your tongue to like the back end, and then right at the back end with the bitterness. Because up front, it's really quite savoury and dank. But then you get this really big boost of bright, vibrant, fruity flavours just before it hits the back end. You can feel the ABV on this one. Again, don't know why I'm making points of this. I can't remember the previous versions. It's not boozy. It's still masked ridiculously well. Dangerous as hell, this. I mean, it didn't need like at one point do a cask version of Chubbles. My God. Oh. I'm sure, did I try that when we were in Newcastle? I can't remember. Oh, but man, this is good. It's like it's genuinely spicy on the front. Almost like a mild chili. A little bit pepper. Capsicum, whatever you want to call it. It was capsicum, isn't that? Capsicum, another word for like a pickle or a variant of a pickle. I don't know. You feel it in the pit of your stomach. Oh, it's so good though. There's like a bit of a lime tang to it, slight acidity, big melon, pineapple in that middle part of the beer. When you breathe as you drink, you get grapefruit, and then you get the bitterness of grapefruit on the back end. It's sweet, but not too sweet, not too rich in its sweetness, just the right amount. It's just pure magic. This is like beer, like beauty. It really, really is. Beautiful mouthfeel. It's not as smoothie-like as the nose would lead you to believe, but my God, it takes you in a completely different direction. That is wonderful. It really, really is. I have found sometimes with some of the like newer releases of Cloudwater, and I find this a lot with breweries in general. They're like, yeah, they're all right. Do you know what I mean? Nothing to complain about. Well brewed, flavoursome, but just like, I've bought 3 IPAs from this brewery. They're all really good. There's not one big standout. I find that a lot with such an over. I keep making these points in every pale review that I do. But it's oversaturated. But when breweries have a recipe like this, that they don't churn out too much, make it annual. You know, you've got the likes of Putty. Who remembers when Bloody Hell used to be an amazing beer? Lest we forget. And, you know, like, I've not had a day of beer for a while. I just seem to gravitate towards the same few breweries. Well, as you've seen, most of my beer purchases I've either just ended up drinking, or reviews I've recorded I've just deleted, because I'm like, what's the point in me uploading this 2-month-old beer review? But hopefully I can get these uploaded. I'm going to say, or struggle to say I'm going to say, I'm not going to upload or try and upload as regularly as I'd like to, just like every now and then. Because this, to me, right, as a beer reviewer, there's nothing worse than uploading a review of a beer that's nice, just okay. You know what I mean? They don't always have to be one extreme or the other. I don't know how long Chubbles has been out now. So I've never been that sort of person. It's like, oh, that beer's coming out today, I'm getting that beer and drinking it that day and uploading my beer review on that day. I've just never really been like that, latching on to, you know, trends and things like that. I mean, I'm trendy as fuck, right? But it is what it is. But no, that's beautiful. And although you do feel it and you can taste like the ABV, it's still ridiculously drinkable. Thankfully, I don't have any other IPAs or pale ales available, because if I did, I'd drink it and they'd probably pale, pun, in comparison to this. Because that's a bit of me, that. I don't always fall into the hype trap. Because if you do that, you build it up, you drink it. It could be amazing, but because you've built it up to be something else, when you finished it, you're like, yeah, it's all right, yeah. It's good, it's all right, yeah. But this, man, this is wonderful. Highly, highly recommended. And I think there's a reason why I keep buying this when I get the opportunity to, when it's released. But yeah, it'd be interesting. Well, not for me, because I don't like watching old videos. And it probably won't be interesting for you, because it'll probably be boring. But if you want to look back at my other Chubbles related reviews over the years, it might be interesting to see, oh, it's really spicy. It's probably that greenness. I mean, when was this? I mean, canned on the 19th of April, and it's still got so much intensity to it. Picked this up in Ancoats, like general store as well. And I was like, oh yes, picking that up. I did pick up a few Sure Shot beers, maybe a couple of Trackard, another couple of Cloudwater, but I just ended up drinking them. God forbid, but this is magic, pure magic, fantastic. And yeah, Cloudwater, when they do beers like this, I won't say all of the resurgence of the V series, because again, that's just like, not, I don't want to use the word adequate, but high quality flavours, but just, they don't reach the highs that a beer like this does, and very wobbly breasts. So if you've tried it this year, let me know what you think of it. What do you think of it compared to previous vintages? And yeah, Cloudwater, absolutely banging. The Veil, absolutely banging. And yeah, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Would happily pick up another can of that straight away. But I need to be very careful with my beer spending over the next few weeks. And I keep forgetting to cancel beer 52 again, although the last few boxes have been pretty good. Just saying, it's always 330ml. Don't be stingy. 440. Anyway, that's just me being greedy. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. If I remember to, I'll put the links to my other reviews of Chubbles in the description, but I will definitely be putting the Veil and Cloudwater, all their socials. I've got loads of Cloudwater reviews on the channel. I think I've got a few Veil reviews, although most of them I think are, you know, collaborations. But I do see their beers cropping up a lot more. I know Trembling Madness had a really good selection of American beers. And I know Mersey Beers picked up a can of Heady Topper recently, which is, I'll probably drink it now. I think it's still really good, but did I really spend that much? But sometimes you just got to do that every now and then. Anyway, cheers for watching. See you later. 20 minutes. He's back. Not really, because you probably won't see another review from me for another few weeks. Bye.